Good day to thee, world. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Gluttons for Geekdom. I am Bobby the Deuce, and this here is
Nicholas Philbeck.
And today we're going to throw some news at you, some exciting things that are coming in on the horizon. So we got this Spider-Man deal going out. You've got a new Spider-Man movie coming out, Solo Spider-Man. It's got its title, Spider-Man
Homecoming.
There you go.
It's got a pretty cool logo, too. Did you see it?
I saw it.
I like that the little O in Homecoming is the Spider-Man with the little webs behind it.
Oh.
The lettering, I mean, is pretty iconic with the yellow, red behind it. Spider web, I mean, it looks very traditional almost. Old school.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too used to that look on, especially for a movie. Because now, I mean, it's the Amazing Spider-Man sort of dipping bin there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what this brings because last night on TNT or whatever it was, the original Spider-Man was on. 2002. 2002, man. That movie is 14 years old. That's crazy. I was 11 or 12. Like, that's...
I still remember that movie, yeah. It's, doesn't seem like it's that old.
No, sometimes the CG, you could be like, okay, all right, it's okay.
Well, I mean, like, the thing is, when I think about it, I just remember how warm it looked. It had a lot of warm colors to it. And,
lots of reds, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of reds. So I was like, that's what that movie was to me, just a bunch of reds on the screen.
And when it came out, I mean, that was the quote-unquote, didn't have anything before that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it like, a lot of reds on the screen, very saturated with color, and new, crisp Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's doing all his crazy dodges and stuff, burning buildings, all like...
Yeah, and the CG at the time is amazing, because when it came out, I mean, you know, you can almost take the Superman tagline from the 80s and put it into this, you will believe a man can swing from building to building on spider webs. But in terms of this new one, I am excited because, in my opinion, the original Spider-Man franchise goes up. I do like Spider-Man 2, but then 3 is just, it's not really... Yeah. It has its one or two moments where it's really cool, but in overall terms, I think they swung too big. They didn't really know what they were doing. It just was not a good way to finish a trilogy.
I think by the end they just stopped giving a crap.
Let's just give them Venom and New Goblin and Sandman. It'll be cool. We'll do it. More. Give them more. All they want is more.
And we discussed this before, but I'm not a proponent of using the same villain twice. And sure, he's New Goblin, but he's still a dude who flies around on a board throwing bombs at people, so fuck that.
We see it.
Fuck that and fuck you.
Yeah. And then they rebooted. As we know, Andrew Garfield got it. First one was okay. Second one was less okay for me. I know you enjoy the second one a lot.
You can suck my dick.
I really don't understand. I understand some of the iconic imagery that it shows, and I appreciate that. But in terms of, I'm going to sit down for X amount of hours and watch a movie, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2. It starts strong, and then I cannot. I'm sorry.
If anything, it had cool action scenes. Everything else kind of sucked about it. It did suck about it. It did suck about it.
Yeah. So that's a road to hoe for a different day. So now this is going to be the third man to play, or not even man. He's a boy, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I think he's only like 15 or 16.
That is wacky.
Well, it's good. I like that he's really young.
He's just becoming younger and younger and younger.
I agree. I like that. But in the Civil War comic, spoilers if you have not read the comic. Okay. Spider-Man unveils himself to the public, and I am Peter Parker, and I've been Spider-Man since I was 15. So if he's 15 in this, I'm just like, okay. I've been Spider-Man since I was 15. Well, how old are you now? 15.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking is, wow, okay, they went really young. I was thinking maybe 17, 18, maybe pulling out of high school. But no, I think that this Homecoming is going to be a full high school movie. Like, he's in high school the whole time. which is okay.
What would you prefer, though? Would you prefer an older
I'm
Spider-Man?
not saying I would
or
prefer
a
anything.
younger
I'm just saying
Spider-Man?
this is what it is, and I'll take that ride. I think it's definitely, they did the high school scene in the original Spider-Man, and even
I mean, no, there was
Amazing
there was
One and
yeah, there
Two.
was the high school for both of them, but the original Spider-Man lasted longer, and he was starting to go to. It was like pretty
he
much
graduated
yeah,
halfway through the first movie. He graduated high school.
Yeah,
he won
halfway
the
through
science award.
He was pretty much at the end of his senior year in high school, so then he starts going to college, getting a job, doing. He was
works
actually
for
like,
Dr. Connors in the first one, he says, and then all of a sudden, in the second one, he's only in his class.
It reminds me of what is it? The '90s Spider-Man cartoon. Yeah, with
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah, it like
Sorry. Spider blood. Spider blood. Oh, yes.
Spider blood.
Gluttonous fat asses for this stuff, guys, if you haven't caught on.
So yeah, like if you remember Peter Parker from that show, he was an adult doing adult things. He had he had a career going, he had his love interest going and stuff, and a few, and he was doing his Spider-Man thing, and that's what the first movie was like. Just he was adult doing adult things in college, but still an adult doing adult things with his job and whatnot.
Getting freelance photography.
Yes.
Second one, he's a pizza boy.
Yeah, the second one, it seems like he's a lot earlier in his high school career. He seems a lot younger in that one, in my opinion. The second Amazing Spider-Man is
okay.
Not like the second Spider-Man. Like he's not getting younger as the series.
He still
progresses.
graduates, but that's in the second one, but at the very beginning. So the first movie, he is in high school. But again, we're talking senior, where I think in this Homecoming, he's going to be much younger.
So like he's actually just dealing with high school crap as he's like, go to school, Spider-Man at night, being late for school, not having any homework, failing classes because he's being Spider-Man.
Like the Amazing Spider-Man on the Disney XD. They go kind of far and they give him a whole team and everything, but he's actively in high school. It was pretty good. It's okay. I haven't really followed
Ultimate Spider-Man. You mean?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched the first season. I mean, it was interesting. I liked it.
Nothing for me could ever really. I'm sorry, but I will always be the '90s fanboy of what it is because, I mean, they gave us the Secret Wars on that show, which is just great. Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember watching those, just like, this is awesome. Like, Cap was running around with them, the Fantastic Four, Storm. Oh, fond memories. They dove deep, man. That was, I don't think that was really a kid's show.
No,
it was right on that edge of, like, really smart kid to...
It was a comic book show for comic book fans.
Awesome. Yeah. So, for Homecoming, they added 2 people this week. Tony Ravioli, who was in Grand Budapest Hotel as the lobby boy, and he was in Dope. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's awesome. I think he's really gonna do a lot of stuff.
I really wish I Googled his name before we started this episode because I have no idea who this guy is.
Those are his 2 bigs. I mean, he's been in a lot, but those are 2 that stand out. But Laura Harrier, who just got cast too, is somebody who she had 7 credits on IMDb, this being her 8th, and I haven't seen any of the 7. A lot of it was TV, some shorts, but nothing that I know. But on the IMDb for it too, it is said that Michael Keaton's definitely in it. But they're thinking, who is he?
There actually is a Tony Ravioli.
Oh, is there really? That's funny.
I don't keep going. I didn't want to need to screw you up there.
No, that's fine. To know that there's a Tony Ravioli is pretty good. Michael Keaton's in it. Maybe he's a bad guy. We don't know.
Oh.
You know who he is now?
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, cool.
How do you actually spell his last name?
Revolori. You got it right.
O-R-I. No, I pronounced it E, so Revolori.
Revolori.
Okay. All right. The other thing that I read about this that I'm very excited about is Kevin Feige. I don't know if it's like the cereal, not Feige. But anyway, he confirms that this Spider-Man Homecoming is a Sony Pictures production of a Marvel Studios film. So that basically is the olive branch, what we have been waiting for this whole time of, Marvel saying, guys, we understand we sold you it, but we know how to make Marvel movies. Let's shake hands. Let's make this together. And I mean, a Sony Pictures Productions of a Marvel Studios film. I mean, that sounds just like it. It's
pretty much.
We are holding hands. We're going to make this through together, guys.
Yeah, when I first read that, I was like, huh. They didn't fully give it over, but
they're sharing nice.
Yeah, I guess it's about time they made fucking money off of a Spider-Man movie. It's about time they made a legitimate good Spider-Man movie. I'm tired of Spider-Man getting shafted.
I've heard he's in Civil War a lot. I've tried not to read, but
more than they show.
Yeah,
they show a lot of the movies in the trailer, so but it's not a lot of the same scenes too. Pretty much what we were getting at with the little Batman Superman thing.
So Fox also confirmed a Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
You still haven't seen the first one?
I still haven't seen the first one.
Okay, you will, and you will like it. And after you're done watching it, you will be as ecstatic as the rest of us going, I'm very happy. There's another one coming. Of course, Ryan Reynolds and director Tim Miller both signed on to come back.
Sweet.
Yeah, so, we're not going to dive too far into it because you haven't seen it. Doctor Strange trailer. Did you see that?
Yes, the Doctor Strange trailer.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm excited for this Cumberbund Bandersnatch dude doing his Doctor Strange. Yeah.
Do you know a lot about Doctor Strange?
I've only known Doctor Strange through the Spider-Man cartoon show. Yeah, so I'm more in that, and he didn't really get too much stuff on his own. There was like a movie that was on Netflix for Doctor Strange that I watched that was pretty good.
Animated?
It was an animated movie, yes.
I got that on the DVD. I'm saying we can watch it again if you want.
I like those eyes that you're making at me.
Well, there's a 1970-something movie. There's the trailer going around of a Doctor Strange movie, and it looks really bad, but continue.
Okay, and then there's the Into Shambhala graphic novel that I had just read, which is it's pretty good. It has like fantastic...
Say that name again. I'm going to write that one down.
Into Shambhala.
Maybe I'll Google that later. Into Shambhala. That sounds interesting. What was
It is
that?
interesting.
How'd that go?
Well, it's nothing like a regular comic book where they just draw the comic book pictures. If you look over your wall, you'll see that, there's a certain style you do comic books. This is more like it was painted.
Really?
Just painted. And I believe there were still traditional like panels and stuff, but they were like overlapping each other, and it's sort of there's the way it just would flow through like a sort of dream space, and it was always like narrated. There was some dialogue, but there wasn't too much, and it was just pretty much Doctor Strange just going through this journey here.
So you enjoyed this book?
Yes, it was written by J.M. DeMatteis, and Dan Green was the one who did the art. And
Really?
it's a lot of good, nice brushwork that he does.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. It's
I don't really know a lot about Doctor Strange.
neither do
Like
I.
you said, the Spider-Man, I kind of remember. I have the Marvel.
Yeah, neither do I. Neither
animated,
do I.
So
But
I'm excited to learn about it. And the trailer, it looks cool.
yeah, a lot of the Inception sort of thing going on with the city just
Worlds
folding
are
on itself.
flying, yeah. And then at the end, it seems iconic of just, the cape. I mean, I know what he looks like because it's a striking image. So you see it, it's the big cape, and he's walking up.
Yeah.
I heard that Benedict Cumberbatch actually was dressed in full costume and went to comic book stores and sold comic books and gave out Doctor Strange comics. And some people were just like, all right, thank you. And then other people were like, hey, I know you.
Yeah, that guy over there thought you were just some freaking nut, but no, you're Cumberbund
You're
Bandersnatch.
actually him. What
You
did you
are
say?
Cumberbund Bandersnatch. You are the Doctor Strange.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't suck.
No.
It looks cool, but I hope it doesn't suck.
I don't think it will.
Because I mean, like this is like Doctor Strange is a character that I don't know too much about, and I like them to keep going with it. So it brings him out to the public, and you learn more about him. Because I always thought he was cool from any short pieces that I've seen him. Well, I'd like to know his deal.
Sorry. I saw that Tom Hiddleston said something about, like, wouldn't it be cool if Loki and Doctor Strange got together because they're both magic. They can, like, nobody else really fucks with magic in the Marvel universe.
True that.
But Loki, I mean, if you want to call Thor's thunder, but that's still more of an aggressive, powerful kind of magic, whereas he's all trickery, and Doctor Strange could maybe stand a little toe-to-toe magic with him, and that would be cool.
I would say, like, with Thor, his magic comes from the artifacts that he carries, the hammer and the armor. Mjolnir, yeah. I know the name of the hammer. That's why I just said the hammer. Damn it.
Okay.
But, you know, Loki actually practices magic. He knows magical things. He probably has spells that he casts to do things and whatnot. I don't think it has to do with any sort of artifact that he carries. But also, I don't know, so, hey, you guys could just go ahead and correct me. Call me a dumb idiot. But, you know, that's two, like, practice magic users just going at each other or working as a team to do something.
It'd be visually stunning. Think of that big cape flowing with Loki's big reindeer horns and just them back to back. That would be something I would like to see.
Just capes flashing all over the place.
Capes everywhere.
A brilliant light show. And
Edna Mode had nothing to do with those outfits.
Who?
Edna Mode. No capes.
No capes?
Incredibles.
Oh, yes. Yes. No capes.
No capes. Stop the presses. Oh. Old Man Logan will be set in the future. No fucking shit. Yeah, I know. I don't understand why that is like, it's confirmed. Like, we've seen him in the future, and he's still really not that old.
They thought that was something to broadcast?
Yeah. No, that was newsworthy. Well, it's like, yes, I mean, when we saw him in Days of Futures Past, X amount of years into the future, I mean, he was still Hugh Jackman looking, but he just had a little bit of gray in him.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
And if they want to get the Old Man Logan look, he's got to be wrinkly. So, of course, yes, it's going to be in the future. That's it. No,
is it still going to be Hugh Jackman playing him?
Yes, that'll be his last time. He's going to make a glorified cameo in Apocalypse, and then he's gonna do Old Man Logan, and then that's it. Has the longest
cameo.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so he won't be as big as Days of Futures Past, but he'll have a little bit more than he did in First Class with the "Go fuck yourself."
This is a funny thing about Wolverine, in my opinion. It's like I feel like a lot of the X-Men movies focus on him too much, but whenever he's not there, I'm like, where the fuck is Wolverine?
Yeah.
He should always be there, but it just like. Not have the story revolve around him. Like in Days of Future Past, like he was just there, just like, yeah. And he was always sort of the focal point, even though I'm over here like, come on, give James McAvoy his
No, give freaking
Michael Fassbender.
No.
I like them both.
They're both great. Give them more time, but I wanted to see more Quicksilver, more Pietro or Peter, because they didn't want to go that whole route. No, Pietro was Avengers. We can't touch those. They're not like Sony and Marvel yet. They're not shaking hands just yet. Mm-hmm. Even though Deadpool, or no, what did they say? They said not Deadpool, an X-Men Avengers crossover has been said, but I mean that's just, don't quote anybody on that. It's just been, wouldn't that be cool if both of our companies weren't dicks, is kind of what it missed on the back end of that review, of that report. Finn Jones is Iron Fist. This isn't really news, but he's been talking a lot about how he's studying Buddhism and different styles of martial arts. And I like him a lot because, what is our other pillar here? Oh, come on, you know him.
You're going to have to...
Iron Fist, Finn Jones. All right, well, let's jump into the other pillar. Perfect segue of talking about Game of Thrones, man. He's the man of flowers, Knight of Flowers, the flowery knight.
Oh, Flores?
Okay. I told you, Game of Thrones, I don't do well with the names too well so much. I get the nicknames. I know the Onion Knight, but what's his real name?
Davos.
I know
Sir
the
Davos.
mountain, but his name...
Sir Gregor Clegane.
Yeah, no, I don't do well with... I get the nicknames. But no, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's the flower knight.
Yes.
Right? He's the gay one who was going with Marjorie Tyrell's first husband. See, this is where I get myself lost. Who was humping her brother?
I believe her brother was Dolores.
Yes,
Dolores
Marjorie's
Tyrell.
brother
Yes.
is Sir Loras, the Flower Knight.
Yes.
We're back on the same page. Sorry. Yes, yeah, no, he's Iron Fist.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think he got that big.
No.
But I mean, like,
he's like stick thin, though. He's wiry.
But yeah, if you look at it though, you have Sansa Stark as the new Jean Grey, which is pretty interesting.
That game is becoming so easy because, like, that's how I was going to segue is Iron Fist into Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
And it's so good because, you know, even if I didn't get segue there, we could have talked about Apocalypse and then gone because, like, that is so easy to do with comics now because a lot of people are jumping on that bandwagon of you've been in a comic movie now because there's just so many, and now you have other ones where you could say multiple characters are in them.
What a glorious time we live in, all these comic book movies coming out.
But Game of Thrones is also coming back.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That will be on the 24th. And I'm very excited. I'm trying to stay away from most news, trying to stay away from most trailers. I did see the poster spoilers of them in the many-faced house god place.
Yes,
and all of the heads are up there, and it's more than just the dead.
Yeah.
That's as far as I got into really looking at anything that's happening, because I really don't want to know. But I've seen a lot of things for news about what is going on, and even that's starting to be too much.
I mean, this is how I feel. I mean, you're on the last audiobook.
Yes.
I've listened to all the audiobooks already, and I'm just like, I need that new book to come out before this new season comes out. This is I don't want to.
Are we aware when the book's coming out? Do we know anything about it?
It was supposed to be out in December.
Really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be out last year.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he's taking his time writing it and shit. It might be out right now.
That would be upsetting if it was out right now and I didn't know. Well, no, not really, because I have to finish the last one.
I'm pretty sure that we would know.
What's the last one called?
The last one that you were reading now, or the one coming? The last one is Dance with Dragons. Dance with Dragons. With the Dragons.
Oh, so we know what the new one's called, though. What's that going to be called?
Winds of Winter.
Whoa. So that's going to be really good. Yes.
Yes, Winter, like in the last book, Winter, boom. It's like, okay, now it's winter.
Oh, winter is not coming anymore. Winter's fucking here.
Yes, winter is
So I have
fucking
that
here.
to look forward to.
Yes, this is
That's awesome.
this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
What the dude's talking about is Audible.
Audible, yes.
Have those books read to you. It's just fantastic.
I am a huge Audible fan. I believe I have close to 90 titles. I would say maybe 3 of them I actually haven't finished, and not because I just hadn't finished it. I was like, I downloaded it, and I'm like, this one's gonna take a while.
Go to your settings, actually.
In my settings,
Yeah, we'll just show you. You know, I listen to it. I listen to a pretty good amount of Audible. So when I go to my settings and I look at my total, I've listened to 22 days, 1 hour, and 33 minutes worth of books. And that would be 22 days straight. So you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of time. And then I have reached the master level. And you're thinking, wow, a master, that must be pretty good. I mean, 22 days? Let's just wait for the Deuce's stats here once he gets those pulled up, because he just puts me to shame with his booking. He listens to so many books on Audible.
me total. It says man, I'm reading this like a dumbass. So you're at 22 days.
22 days, 1 hour, 33 minutes.
I'm at 3 months, 11 days, 20 hours, 13 minutes.
That's a lot of Audible, guys.
3 fucking months. I stay on that shit. I am at 98 titles. I'm 2 titles away from being at 100. I wonder what happens there.
And what's your rank on there? So it goes newbie, novice, professional, scholar, master.
Master. I think it might just stop at master.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like there was room for one more. I thought damn.
I'm not sure because
I have 39 titles in my
let's
library.
see
Wow,
what- let's
that
see
really
what-
shows you something.
Yeah, let's see what happens when
Crazy.
I actually hit 100. See how that goes.
Yeah. Do you have all the badges that there are on there? You probably do. There's cool, fun badges that you get too, and I get a certain joy out of it. Anyway, so for the Game of Thrones, Roy Dotrice is the guy that does the
I'm missing 3 badges.
3 badges.
Watchtower.
I'm missing 5. Ooh, the Watchtower? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do now. Mm-hmm. But anyway, Roy Dotrice. And he reads them, and he reads them beautifully. And he puts such essence into these characters so much. And especially if you watch the show, you have their faces with his essence of what it's coming through. And it is just a audio adventure. It's wonderful.
You might have an issue if you watch the show, then you do the audiobooks, just like the voices might clash. But, I mean, you have to... Once you get in there, you're hooked.
And if you didn't know, the books are not manuscripts of the show. There are differences. Lots of differences.
Yep, a lot of differences. Like, as the show catches up to the book, they start to veer in different directions.
So now, what was the name of the new one? Winds of
Winter.
And is this the last book?
No, there's going to be one more after that. I think it's Dreams of Spring.
Okay.
I think I'll have to research that a bit more.
Because there is kind of news about that with the show, at least, that we're on season 6. We're going to get our full 10-episode slate. But for season 7 and 8, as of right now, nothing is confirmed. But what they're talking about is doing shorter seasons. Only 13 hours between the two. Saying maybe for season 7 there will be 7 episodes, and for season 8 as little as 6 episodes. Now HBO guys
still the same running time for an episode, though,
correct.
Right? So what I'm saying, like it's
winding down.
It sucks to lose those episodes, but also at the same time, if they keep the content in there and the story's still good, I'm not going to give a fuck. The only problem is it's just taking such a long time for these, because it's only 10 episodes, so that's once a week for 10 weeks, and then boom, you gotta wait another fucking year for Game of Thrones to come out. So it doesn't like feel like a ride. It just sort of like Game of Thrones coming out, you get 10 weeks of just having your emotions just destroyed, and then an entire year to recover, and then it happens all over. Yeah, it's not like Daredevil on Netflix, where an entire season will come out and then you just sit there and you just binge watch and just love it every second. No, this is they need to put Game of Thrones on Netflix.
Wow. Yeah, because I could binge. I could watch, like, once I'm done, I could just start back over again, because I just really enjoy that show. I don't think the 24th can come much faster. And I am kind of sad to hear. I mean, like you said, as long as the content is there, but if there's one kind of filler episode in any of those, I'll be like, guys,
what are you doing?
Yeah, but that all really depends on these Winds and the Something About Spring. What he's going to do with these other 2 books.
Winds of the Something About Spring.
Yeah. So there's 2 more books, 2 more seasons, and it has been officially confirmed that there will be no HBO prequels, which I'm kind of sad about. Because a cool prequel to me would be, what's Reek's father?
You could do there's Robert's Rebellion. That's where that's where they take down like Robert Baratheon and Eddard Baratheon. Robert Baratheon and Eddard Stark take down Aerys Targaryen, and then they make Robert king. And then there's what's going on with the Greyjoys, where they're
rebellion. Why did he get Theon? How did Theon and Ned Stark?
Yes, that little rebellion of the North.
Or even just watch the Mad King burn people and have Jaime be the hand. Or Jaime be Kingsguard? Sorry.
Yeah, Kingsguard. It was Tywin Lannister who was the hand of the king at the time.
So I mean, they could. There is obviously potential and questions that could be answered or explained better, but HBO has put a kibosh on that.
Because I would fucking love just to see that beginning part right there.
The what part?
The beginning part of the series, or how they got to where they were. Also, a nice little story would be the building of the wall.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like how it was built and why it was built. That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I would like that. Some little side part to put in. Entertainment Weekly just had a article out of all the episodes that you should watch to kick in. So, of course, one of the best ones to watch is the one with the Red Wedding. And I rewatched that, and I'm just like, man, this. I mean, that's when Kat Stark is sitting next to Bolton, and she lifts up his sleeve, and it's chainmail, stands up and smacks him, and and it's that scene where they're closing the doors, and she's looking around, and you could see her starting to get it. Now, this is the first time I watched it after reading the book. Mm-hmm. So for me, that was just a whole bigger thing of Ron, oh, get out of there. And then we know that his wife isn't really there, and there are a bunch of differences. But what an episode. Yeah, it is one that you should watch.
It is a good episode. That is a good episode. But I mean, like, I would always maintain that you just start with the first episode. Because, I mean, like, if you watch you watch the Red Wedding, you're just going to spoil this one point right there. Because so much stuff happens before the Red Wedding.
Definitely have to start with the first.
I mean, like, let's fucking spoilers, when Rob Stark actually starts becoming more relevant, and you know the Red Wedding is coming from then you're just like, well, shit, I know this is how this is going to end. So now you're just watching how he gets to that point. Because, I mean, who wasn't rooting for Rob Stark to
He was the best.
Go.
King of the North.
Go. King of the North. Fucking secede, Rob Stark. You're going to do it. Oh, no, you didn't.
Yep. And they kill Grey Wind, too.
That's what I was like, oh.
That's a hard scene to watch. And then you hear that they cut off Grey Wind's head.
Sew it to
Rob's body and parade that around.
King of the North.
And it's so dirty. And the whole time when you hear about the phrase in any other book or sequence, you're just, I'm just disgusted. They disgust me, those fucking phrase. So I hope that they get their comeuppance.
Just the people in the books altogether.
You know, they traded salt and mead.
Assholes.
They traded salt and mead, and they attacked somebody under their protection in their own house. They shouldn't have done that. They better get their comeuppance. What's that guy's name?
Walter Frey?
Yeah. He's, who else is he, though?
Is it Filch?
Yes.
Yes, Filch.
What a fun game that is to play. See, not only can you do that with Game of Thrones and comics, or comics in anything in general, but Game of Thrones and Hogwarts actually has a lot of in-betweeners. Because you got, who's the girl walking with Bran and Hodor? The wildling that tried to kill him when they first met him.
Oh, that name escapes me at the moment.
But she plays Nephidora Tonks.
Yes. Nephidora Tonks, yes.
And then you have Frey and Filch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had another one in my head. But I have forgotten that one. But that's another one where you can just go back and forth with a few characters. We should make a list, and we'll talk about that next time.
Yeah, that would be an interesting one. That would be a fun one.
That would be. But while we're in Hogwarts, do you want to talk about Fantastic Beasts? Have you seen that? I've
seen the trailer for it, yes.
I didn't use magic to see it in the future, Dick. But that looks pretty. I'm excited for that. That looks... I'm sorry to be punny. It looks magical. It feels like that world again. Like that universe is there. They don't exactly play the same music, but it is whimsical and floaty, and you see it. And my thing is, anytime I'm like in a universe, I'm always enjoying the universe, but I'm like, let's explore other branches of that stuff. Let's see what's going on outside of the universe. And now you have this guy going around with his whole fantastical beast thing. I'm like, oh, sweet. I wonder how they're keeping all these animals secret from the Muggles and stuff, and how I love the animals and stuff. They have chimeras and griffins and fucking basilisks, manticores, all that crazy shit. I'm just like, I want more of that. I'd like to see more of that. I want to know more about the Harry Potter universe. And now we're getting a movie with the animals and stuff. It's going to be in America, which is New York City.
Yes, which is an interesting thing to me because I'm like, well,
what are we doing?
Yeah, what are the American wizards doing? And
where are our secret shops? That's what's going to be fun to see. You know, they have to go to the Leaky Cauldron. It'd be funny if they went to. I don't really know what was around in the 1920s. It still is. That's famous enough to go. They could go there, but I'm sure that a historian can figure that out. And they go to a building that still exists and people can now walk up to. And
nice
a speakeasy. Holy shit, that's a great idea.
A speakeasy, but for magic users.
Ooh. Dude, we're going to get another owl with $10 now. That's how we make our money here.
Yeah. Just like
Fake owls flying us $10 for script rewrites.
they're fake owls, but they sent us real $10 bills, so we're good. All we got to do is keep getting these fake owls with the real tens. But yes, and I'm also interested in the Hogwarts version, the American version of Hogwarts.
Do you think that they're going to go to a school? Because he was kicked in the trailer. You hear him say
He was kicked out of his school, but he's coming from Britain, so
I know, but so he got kicked out of Hogwarts. But the
Do you think
really
he went to
cool
a different
part that he
school?
said was, except for one wizard teacher who didn't want to kick you out, why would Professor Dumbledore stick up for you? And you're like, Dumbledore is alive in this movie. Dumbledore is alive in this movie.
yeah.
That's cool. I mean, he's not going to be in it, but just knowing that while we watch this guy run around, Dumbledore is alive.
Dumbledore is backing this dude.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't believe they're going to go to another school, but I think they might just mention
They'll
it.
mention it.
Yeah,
That's
because I
a
mean,
good
like,
idea. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because in the regular Harry Potter, they're people coming from different schools. A Triwizard Tournament, they came from different schools. I'm just like wondering, like, if those two schools exist.
There's got to be more.
There's got to be more.
Now, what did you think, it's just a little off topic really quick, about... Oh, well, I'm sorry. Before we even do that, we have to say we really like Audible still, guys.
Oh,
Not
yes,
only did
we
we
did.
Game of Thrones Audible, we both did the Harry Potter Audibles within like a matter of weeks. Because
We just binge.
who
One
read those,
after the
sir?
other. One after the other.
Who did
Who
those?
read
Do you
those?
remember his name off the top of your head?
Jim Dale, I think.
Dale. Yes, very nice. Yeah, and those books, those
He's good
again
too.
are
He's good
magical.
too.
I-
Hooray!
I read them growing
Potter.
up, and then reread them I would say maybe about 4 years ago. And now this is my third time of this having them read to me. It was just so good. And again, like we said about
Roy Trees.
Roy Trees, thank you, envelops you, just gets you deeper into this world of
you're sucked in. You're
awesomeness.
sucked in. There's something about, like, when you're listening to Audible, there's something about the narrator. If the narrator is, I mean, that's the whole way you're getting the book into your brain, but there's a difference between someone reading the book to you and someone acting out the book to you.
Yes.
Like Roy Trees, he has accents out the ass. Jim Dale, he has accents out the ass. I love a dude who could do a nice accent. There's like I just did a 14-book series in Audible called The Wheel of Time, and it's read by two narrators.
Ooh,
Two narrators.
that's cool.
There's Kate Redding, the chick, and Michael Kramer. Michael Kramer can do accents out the wazoo. Kate Redding is fantastic at emoting. She reads for all the women. Michael Kramer reads for all the men. If the chapter is about a man, he'll do both men and women. And so if the chapter is about a lady, she will do both men and women. But she, like, the way she emotes is just beautiful. And the way he does the accents is just beautiful. It's just, because then there's these chapters from one point of view about a character you might have just listened to, and it's coming from this other, like, narrator's point of view, the way they're doing it from the other character's point of view. So you have him with her accent saying something right there, deep voice, and it's not coming off the same way that it normally does because it's coming from a different point of view. It was very well done. Very well done.
That's
14
awesome.
books long.
14, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Are
of
they
books.
like Game of Thrones long, though? Because Game of Thrones, I mean, how long was A Sword of Storms? No, not a Feast of Crows. What's in between those two? What's the one with the most meat on it?
I think it might be Storm of Swords.
Storm of Swords has the most meat on it? Yeah, that was a long one. That was like 53 hours or something like that.
I think you might be over exaggerating, but you might be right. Let's see here.
35 hours is what I meant, sorry.
A Dance with Dragons is 49,
49? Oh, no, I was barely exaggerating.
and Storm of Swords is 47. So those are long, fucking long.
6
47 hours. 47 hours.
That's,
I mean,
it's a long time.
it's 1 hour short of a day. I mean, 2 days.
But the Harry Potters are shorter, and they got longer progressively, though, which was kind of cool. I think the first Harry Potter's only like 10 hours.
Yeah, let me see. I think the longest book.
It's got to be Deathly Hallows for sure. I would
Deathly
imagine.
Hallows 21. 27 is the Order of the Phoenix.
Really? 27? So Order of the Phoenix is actually the longest.
Yes, and let's see here. The 14 book, they range from like, the last one is 41 hours. And
Oh, the other series you're talking about, the
yes,
time one?
41 hours.
It's the longest in that one?
Yeah.
They're long books, darn.
They are long books. I mean, like, that series took me like months to
Get through.
get through.
That's
because
awesome. It's a whole new universe for you now.
Whole new universe. Now that I'm done, I'm just like, oh man.
Speaking of Order of the Phoenix, though, that director who did Order of the Phoenix, David Yates, he did Order of the Phoenix all the way through Deathly Hallows Part 2, and he's doing Fantastic Beasts. So, I mean, with him directing again, J.K. Rowling writing it, there's no way it's not going to be a slam hit. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I really trust him. And this guy, do you know him? Eddie
Eddie.
Relmain? Relmain? Relmayne? I hadn't really heard
I
of
thought his name
him.
was Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, maybe I wrote it down wrong.
I don't know, because that looked like a D to me, so.
Redmayne.
I've
Yeah,
never-
you're right.
yeah, I've never-
R-E-D-M-A-Y.
Never heard of the guy before, so I always like seeing new actors, new faces. Let's see how they do. He might be an old actor. I don't know.
And you're talking about all the animals. You know what his actual job title is?
What?
A magizoologist.
Magizoologist.
It's literally a magic zoologist, but they dropped the C. It's a magizoologist.
wacky.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like it's the magic. The magical world still has its own jobs and stuff. There's a zoologist, but he's magical, so he goes and he looks after these magical beasts, cataloging them and all that type of crazy shit.
I like in the trailer where he put his clutch to his briefcase popped open and you can hear something magical in there. And when he puts it down on the table to get checked, he hits a little notch and it says like Muggle approved. And it's pretty much, it's just a really cool thing of this is how we get by you, stupid Muggles.
You stupid normal
We got
people.
you, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool to see. I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be awesome. What else I'm excited for is Rogue One. Looks great.
It does.
I'm
look great.
excited.
Yes, I do enjoy Star Wars.
So, to my understanding, Rogue One is basically the movie of it's would be a 3.5 in the sense that it's definitely after 3, but before 4. And these plans are going to be eventually handed to Leia. And as
So
Leia
that she
has
can-
the plan, she will get docked by Darth Vader, and that's how the 4th movie opens.
That's cool. That is cool because I didn't
That's
know
what
the
this
story.
movie. I think that's what it is. These are the people who steal the plans for the Millennium. No, for the Death Star.
They still the plans for the Millennium Falcon and give it to Darth Sidious.
What
He's
do
like,
I care about this scruffy nerf herder's plane? I bet it can't even make the parcel in the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. Yes, it fucking can. That's a nerdy joke. That's a really nerdy joke. Deep cuts. Sorry. But I think you actually get to see the Death Star get built in this as well.
You don't get a flash of it being constructed. You get
Constructed.
To see, you get to see things actually being placed onto it. We did in the trailer see the little laser dish get
The
pushed
actual
into
thing
the
that shoots, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
That's going to be cool. And what was there was a big fan theory going around. You see a guy in white.
Yes,
with
yes, the guy in white.
Three little admiral medallions.
Yes,
It looks like
yes.
like what we do for the army on our planet.
Yeah.
Not
So
in a
what they're
galaxy far,
saying,
far away.
fan theory is that they're saying that this guy is going to be Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, Grand Admiral Thrawn is after the Emperor's been taken down and Darth Vader is dead. There's a power vacuum in the Galactic Empire, and Grand Admiral Thrawn is the guy who just steps up and takes hold, and he's running the show. He's not a force user or anything. He's just some blue dude who wears only white, just running the show with grand plans. He's supposed to be like a genius tactician. His plans are just so intricate and so powerful, and you are just, if you go up against him, you're just dealt with. Right, boom, right there. He already knows your entire life story if you stand up against him.
So this is all based on just a uniform, though.
Just a uniform.
Because Thawne is blue.
He's a blue person, but he wears all white. Now, based on, I mean, he did work in the Galactic Empire during Vader and Sidious's reign, so it could be him, but he's not blue, so most likely not.
Most likely not, too, because when Disney bought from Lucasfilm, I'm pretty sure that they extinguished everything outside of episodes 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and 3.
Which is fucking
So all of the books,
bullshit.
all of the video games, the graphic novels, comic books, cartoons, television, all of that is that's not technically in our universe, in our
Fuck that.
in our movie world.
Fuck that.
So that's really why, I mean, to just poke a giant dick into your balloon and
It's so upsetting to me. That is the most upsetting thing. Because going back onto the Audible train, I was listening
of books,
to
lots of Star Wars books.
lots of Star Wars books. I listened to a lot of Star Wars books, and I got Nick onto three books. It's
4. I did Darth Plagueis too.
Oh, you did do Darth Plagueis. Did you finish it? Oh, nice. So yeah, I did. I got him onto the Darth Bane trilogy.
So good.
So good. He's the guy who steps into the Sith order, and it's like, you know what? There shouldn't be too many of us.
We're doing this wrong.
Yeah, we're doing this wrong. So
There's
you know
a
what?
lot of Sith.
I'm gonna bring this down to just 2 dudes. So now there's only 2 Sith, and they mentioned that shit in Phantom Menace. Like, there's only one, the Master and Apprentice. Yoda says.
One to have all the power, one to crave it.
Yes.
So epic. Like,
Darth Bane was like, that's
you want to be the master, you got to kill me. You think you're big enough, go ahead. But if you take me on, I will not hold back.
Dude.
You got to know when to come at me. If you take me on, I could kill you and I'll get another apprentice.
Home Dog was fierce. And to now know that
yes.
he's not canon anymore. Fuck that. You're throwing away such fantastic
A great
material.
character.
Fantastic material. Great character. Fantastic material.
But
and then there was I'm sorry to keep cutting you off, but I mean,
No, don't worry.
one of the things that I would
You're
have
so happy right now.
one of the
This is
things
what
that I
it's
would
about.
have loved. Okay, when I heard that they were making another Star Wars movie, and then I heard that Luke Skywalker, I was so excited to hear that they were making another Star Wars movie. I immediately got disappointed when I heard Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca were all going to be in a movie. I'm like, oh, come on, man. You've already made movies with these guys in it. You could
Let's go past this.
go past this. There's more material out there.
But-
And it's good shit. It's good shit. Because they could have done the Darth Bane movies. And they could have done the movies before he comes along. When there's a big-ass war between tons of Jedi and tons of Sith. That could have been awesome. It could have been, pivotal stuff in the Star Wars universe. In
But
Star
you're
Wars
still
movies.
happy with episode 7.
Yes, I am. I'm still happy.
I'm still happy to see all of them. I'm going to see what Luke's up to. Obviously, spoilers, we won't see Han anymore. And Chewie has always been my co-pilot, so I'm okay with him staying on board. And as far as Carrie Fisher goes, that's fine. If she could say a few lines every now and then.
Which is
So I'm excited for episode
some more
8
BS.
and 9.
Some more BS that happens is that in the expanded universe, Chewie's the one who dies before Han.
Not no more.
Not no
They
more.
threw it out.
He gets crushed by a ship, which is pretty fucking badass. He's just standing his ground, and the ship just lands on his ass. Pretty cool. And then you get more adventures where Han and Lando Calrissian are just running around, just being like partners and stuff. You go get him, Han.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
That makes me want to watch the first episodes again.
Yeah.
Like 4, 5, and 6. And if I want to watch them, not only can I watch them on my Blu-ray, they're coming back to theaters, sir. We should do that.
That would be fun
Select
to do.
cities, 20 cities. They're calling it Return of the Trilogy. 20 lucky, very lucky cities are going to get back to back to back. New Hope Return, or New Hope Empire Return, all in a...
Are they getting?
all in
Are
a
they
row.
like the digitally remastered ones, or are they?
Yes, what a fantastic fucking question. And to upset you, yes, they are. It is the recut versions. What a fantastic question. I'm sure yes, that's a fantastic question. I applaud you. And yes, I am sorry to disappoint that they are the digital remastered ones, the ones that you would actually see on Blu-ray. So
Yeah, yeah.
Old Mark Hamill, not old Mark Hamill. I mean, old back in the day. Mark Hamill standing right next to a 2004 looking Tauntaun or something like that. So that it is what it is.
Walking in the.
Over Jabba's tail. Yeah, when they horribly redid that, I remember that. Oh, but I mean, it's still Rogue One coming out. It's still a good time to be alive and listen to them. Because, I mean, it is my childhood. And my childhood also is Power Rangers. And they're making a new Power Ranger movie as well, sir. So Saban...
Power Rangers movie?
Saban has already announced.
Is it Mighty Morphin?
So no, the cast that has been casted is cast under Power Rangers.
All right.
And so they got a logo today. I mean, nothing really big. If you follow the news, I'm not really going to download it now because all the 5 kids that have been cast are names that I don't know. The only name that's really big and associated to it right now.
Do you know the characters?
It's Tommy, Trini, Kimberly, Billy, Zach, I believe.
So they're the Mighty Morphin ones then.
Correct, yeah. It's not called that. So it's just labeled Saban Power Rangers. And the logo is, I mean, exactly what it is. Power Rangers with the lightning rod right in between like it's always been. Or the lightning bolt, excuse me. The only big name attached to her right now is Elizabeth Banks. She's going to be Rita Repulsa. That's pretty dope.
That's pretty silly.
Because if you're a Hunger Games fan, you do get to see her in a ridiculous outfits, making ridiculous faces and noises and kind of putting an assertive attitude out there. So it's not exactly far-fetched. And this really awesome guy in the internet, Art Germ, I think his name is, did a representation of what she'd look like. And it's like, okay, I will see more of that. Yes, please. Thank you.
Interesting. It's a weird thing to me because now it seems like they're transforming a lot of these like franchises that used to be one thing into something else. Because now you have Elizabeth Banks playing Rita Repulsa. Interesting choice. I'm not saying as an actress she couldn't pull it off. I'm not saying as an actress she wouldn't be awesome in a role, but I'm going back to Rita Repulsa from the Power Rangers that I used to watch, and she's just like, oh, that
Make
crazy.
my monsters grow.
That crazy shit. And pretty much just like I have no idea who played her in Mighty Morphin, and I have no real desire to find out who actually did it. So, but now it just seems like turning Jurassic Park into Jurassic World.
Okay.
Updating the times and like that sort of thing and changing it into something different. Making it more marketable to the people who are here now.
I agree. It's pretty cool. I mean, they kind of say that they're going to keep it at a Hunger Games kind of level. Where it's like dark, but it's not gory. It's a little bit more serious. They're going to pump it up to...
They're going to throw some grit into it?
Yeah.
I do like grits.
I hope that they take the same exact uniforms from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, though. The movie. Not the silk suit. Like those hard plastic, shiny looking suits. Those look great.
Mm-hmm.
I liked them.
I'd do with that.
I would, too. Did you see the fan-made, the Dark Power Rangers?
No.
Oh, okay. We're going to look that up. We could talk about that next time.
Yes.
If you haven't looked that up, it's quite awesome.
Okay. Cool.
That's a lot of news that we did.
Yes, that is a lot of news that we did.
The only other thing that I have is for Sony came out. They're going to do their crossover of the Men in Black and the 21 Jump Street. How that's going to work, I don't know. I'll wait.
I don't know why.
But it's so clever that they named it MIB 23. So that's
okay.
That's all I got. Yep, it happened. I'll allow it for now. Let's see what goes on with that because both franchises to me are marketable and good. Yes. I like all 3 Men in Black, both 21 and 22 Jump Street. Were what they were. They were out there. They're good. I like them. So why would these two places, universes, whatever you have.
Why would they meet?
Yep.
But also, why wouldn't they actually be in the same universes? I mean, there's just regular people doing regular things.
And if it does happen, there's no way the Men in Black are going to let them stay unneuralized. So
No,
really, it's almost as if it didn't happen. Yeah.
Especially if Agent K is there. Especially if Agent K is there. He's going to neuralize the shit out of everybody.
I would love a neuralizer.
So would I.
Just like flip somebody off or really tell them how you feel. Go back 10 seconds and just nothing. Nope, and you just let it go. Whatever.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful.
Or just neuralize them and then really lay into them how you feel, so that now it's just part of their personality. What?
Neuralize them, find out their comeback, neuralize them again, and like always be a step ahead of them, so they don't ever have really anything to say. You just keep shutting them down.
Or you could just like find someone that you really just don't like and just neuralize them until they just are just
A pile of
sludge.
Ooh.
Just
dark.
Dumb brain.
Very dark.
Sometimes people need to be taken down.
Whoa. That would be better than a death sentence. Make them forget exactly who they are. You're a guy who likes to bag groceries. And that's his life from now on.
Shit. All right. That was a solid episode of...
It's a lot of news, guys.
A lot of news.
I mean, this was the first time we were going to try this. We want to see where it goes. We're going to hopefully bring you new news as often as we can.
Yeah, as often as we can. A lot of news came out this week, so we had a lot of things to share with you guys. Had a lot of talking to share. We're still getting to know you. You're still getting to know us.
And if you ever want to talk back to us, please make sure to reach out on the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Gmail. That one's Gluttons of Geekdom at Gmail, Gluttons for Geekdom at Facebook, and Gluttonous Geeks on Twitter. Take care.
Looking forward to hearing from you.